Hi there, smart drivers. Rick with Smart Drive Test. Something a little different for you today. A free trial for a logbook exercise in the US. The logbook exercise teaches you both route planning and how to fill out a log sheet in the United States of America. The trip starts in Phoenix, Arizona, takes you up to Los Angeles. You have a couple of drops in Los Angeles. You deadhead up to Las Vegas. You're out of hours by the time you get to Barstow, so you overnight in Barstow and get fuel. Drop your trailer in Las Vegas when you get there, and 2 pickups, one at a produce place and the other one at the international airport there in Las Vegas, and then you return home. You're gonna route plan that, log that on a log sheet, so you can head over to my website. I'll put a link up here for you for both on mobile devices, and if you're on a computer, hit the annotation there and that'll take you over to my website. You'll find the free trial for the American Logbook course. You can go in there, print out the log sheets, and do that exercise. Now, I encourage you to do the exercise and to understand this. I realize that most logbooks and the way that logbooks are going now is all electronic. However, doing the logbook exercise, doing the work will help you to understand fundamentally what the basics are of log sheets, because it's important that you understand the basics. It's like a child learning math. A child has to understand the different concept between 2 times 2 and 2 plus 2, because the answer to both of those math questions is 4, but fundamentally they need to understand why. It's the same thing with logbooks. You need to understand why. So you do a little bit of work, you'll understand why. Head over to the website, do the free trial, come back. The rest of the video concerns itself with going through the exercise and explaining and giving you detail about how to log the exercise and why we do particular things, but particularly it shows you how to fill out the log sheet step by step and shows you Google Maps. So head over to my website. If you don't head over to my website, you're on a mobile device and don't have access to that right now, watch the rest of the video. It will give you some understanding of how to do the exercise and how to fill out the log sheet. Stick around, we'll be right back with that information. Hi there, smart drivers. Welcome back at the computer here, and I have plugged in all of the information into Google Maps for the trip that we are going to take today and the trip that we are going to log on the logbooks as a theoretical exercise for you to learn how to do both logbooks and route planning. As well, you can find all of this over at my website. Just click on the free trial. It'll take you to the free trial. When you go into the exercise, this will already be plugged into Google Maps for you. So we're starting in Phoenix, Arizona, and I've used the Heartland Express address as a starting point, so you have specific addresses. We're driving to Los Angeles. We have 2 stops in Los Angeles, one at the wine warehouse and one at the Los Angeles wholesale produce market. As well, we're going up to Barstow, California, to the Flying J. We're going to overnight there because the trip, as you can see here, is 14 hours and 18 minutes of driving time in a car or light truck, not in a big truck. So it's going to take you 20 to 20% longer than that. So probably the driving time alone is going to take you closer to 20 hours depending on traffic, hills and terrain and that sort of thing. After we overnight at Barstow, California at the Flying J, where we get fuel as well, we're going to go to Las Vegas, switch trailers. We have a pickup at the Pacific Produce Incorporated. We have another pickup at the McCarran International Airport in Las Vegas. And then we're going to return to Phoenix, Arizona. So this is the trip that we're going to do. It's a rounder, and it's a 2-day rounder because we know that 1,000 miles we can do approximately, I'd say 500, 550 miles in the US running into a major city like Los Angeles. So it's 2 days for sure with our drops and pickups. So we go over to my website. You can see here that I have Google Maps embedded for you right on the e-learning page, and you can simply click on more options and it will take you to the other page, which will give you all of the detail for each leg of the trip from Phoenix to Los Angeles, the 2 drops, the specific addresses and whatnot. And if we go back to our page as well, below the map, you can see specifics for your truck and trailer numbers here. The outbound truck is 426. The inbound truck will also be 426. Outbound trailer Inbound trailers, your outbound bills of lading. Foxtrot Mike 17893, X-ray 21 Juliet Mike 10 are your outbound bills of lading. Your inbound bills of lading. Bravo 128962, Lima Victor 49162, and your starting odometer is 362198. Your address is for your home terminals, your deliveries, where you're going to rest and fuel for your overnight, and you're going to deadhead to Las Vegas, Nevada from Los Angeles. And deadhead simply means that you're running empty. You don't have any freight from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. Drop the trailer in Las Vegas and pick up your second trailer with LTL freight. LTL stands for less than load. It just means multiple drops and pickups on a single trailer. Pick up more LTL freight at McCarran International Airport and then return home to your home terminal at 4555 West Mojave Street, Phoenix. And you can see here are the log sheets and how you fill them in. So the first leg of our trip from Phoenix, Arizona to Los Angeles, according to Google Maps, is, go back up here to the top, 5 hours and 25 minutes in a car or light truck. In a big truck, we're going to add some more time to that because you're going into a major urban center in a big truck, and it is going to take you some more time. So you can see here on our log sheet on day one, we get up, we start our trip at 6 in the morning. We do a pre-trip inspection, which can be shortened with the abbreviation VI, which stands for vehicle inspection. So we go into the yard at 6, we load vehicle inspection, and we're on the road at 6:15, heading down the road. And you can see here that we left at 6:15, 1 o'clock, so we logged 6 hours and 45 minutes for the first leg of the trip from Phoenix, Arizona into Los Angeles, because it's going to take you about that amount of time depending on traffic. Even at midday in Los Angeles, it's going to be fairly backed up. We unload and we are stuck there for a little while because it takes a bit to get into the dock. So we simply go off duty after we back into the loading dock and wait for them to unload. We logged 45 minutes to drive from our first drop in Los Angeles to our second drop, and you can see that here. And we back into the dock 15 minutes. We take an hour break. And time at loading docks can either be in the sleeper berth or off-duty time, either or. It doesn't matter which. Both of them are considered off-duty time. So if you spend time in the sleeper berth, then log it as sleeper berth. If you're not in the sleeper berth and go for a cup of coffee or whatnot and are away from the truck, then you can log it as off-duty time. Then we get unloaded at our second drop, and then we're going to drive to Barstow, California. And we can see here to the Flying J is 1 hour and 40 minutes in a car or light truck. We're going to log 2 hours and 30 minutes over to Barstow, California. We're going to log 15 minutes for fuel, putting fuel in the truck and having a break, and we take the rest of the day off. So from 7:30 at night, or rather 7:45 at night, to midnight, we're off duty. 7, 6, 10, 1 are our numbers for our duty status lines, which adds up to 24. We have filled in the information here, and you can find the videos on how to fill in the information for the form over on the YouTube channel where you probably came from, and that will give you the information on how you fill it out on the form. It's basically self-explanatory. It's like any government form, just fill in the blanks. So truck number, for example, the address for your home terminal, sign and date, and you must sign and date because it is a legal document. It can be used in post-crash investigation and for tax purposes, because over-the-road truck drivers and bus drivers are allowed a per diem per day that you can claim on your taxes. So I don't know what it is exactly, but just as an example, say $50 a day for meals and living away from home expenses and those types of things. And if the IRS comes after you, the Internal Revenue Service comes after you in the United States, they will want you to produce logbooks to prove that you were away from home, and that's how you do that. And most of the logbooks in this day and age are all going to be electronic. So this is just giving you an understanding of how to fill out logbooks and hours of service regulations and whatnot. So on our first day, we drove for 10 hours. We had 1 hour on duty, not driving. and we had 6 hours in the sleeper berth and 7 hours off duty. So we're well within our hours of service regulations. And again, you can find that video over on the YouTube channel. Pre-trip inspection matches up with our logbook, so 6 a.m. and we can see here that 6 a.m. we did a vehicle inspection. Truck and trailer number, address, sign and date, condition of the above vehicle is satisfactory, and starting and ending odometer for a total mileage of 496 miles for the day from Phoenix, Arizona to Los Angeles and up to Barstow, California. So on day 2, we get up, we're in Barstow, California, we do a pre-trip inspection for 30 minutes, and then we drive to Las Vegas, Nevada, 2 hours and 45 minutes into Las Vegas, Nevada. And the reason we do that is because we allow a half an hour more than what Google Maps says. Now, obviously, what I'm going to say here is that we are doing this for theoretical purposes. When you start driving, you're actually going to log the actual time that you drive. You're not going to be making up numbers from Google Maps. So we're just adding a bit of time because it's going to take longer in a big truck, because obviously they don't go as fast as cars and light trucks do. So that's why we're adding a bit of time. And even though Google Maps says it's 2 hours and 15 minutes from the Flying J in Barstow, California into Las Vegas, we're going to log 2 hours and 45 minutes. And that's what we've done here. We back in, we swap trailers, we take an hour break in Las Vegas, Nevada. I've made a mistake here on the log sheet, so I've initialed this. And then we drive down to McCarran Airport. It takes us an hour and we log 15 minutes for load time. We back into the dock at McCarran International Airport and it takes us an hour and a half to get loaded. We get our paperwork and then we drive home. And the last leg of the trip from McCarran International Airport back to Phoenix, Arizona is 4 hours and 30 minutes. And we log 5 hours and 15 minutes back to Phoenix, Arizona, and 15 minutes to unload, and then we go home. So our duty status lines are 5.5 hours off duty, 8.5 hours in the sleeper berth, 8 hours 45 minutes driving time, and actually that should be written 8.75, but if officials looked at that, they would know what you meant. It was just a simple error that it's 8 hours 45 minutes when it's 8 and 3/4 of an hour. The last one is 1 hour 15 minutes on duty not driving, which adds up to 24 hours. We have our bills of lading numbers down here in the corner. Truck and trailer number, start and end odometer, 476 miles. The date, trucking company, sign and date. And down here, again, our pre-trip inspection matches our vehicle inspection on our log sheet. Truck number, trailer numbers all match. Barstow, California is where we did our pre-trip inspection. Starting and ending odometer, condition of the above vehicle are satisfactory and safe. Sign and print your name on the pre-trip inspection, because again, the pre-trip inspection, like the logbook, is a legal document and can be used by authorities to investigate crashes and for tax purposes. So that's the exercise from Phoenix, Arizona over to Los Angeles. 2 drops in Los Angeles, California, up to Barstow, break and fuel, and into Las Vegas, swap trailers, 2 pickups, and back to Phoenix, Arizona. So in conclusion, we went over the log sheet for the route planning of a trip from Phoenix, Arizona up to Los Angeles. 2 drops in Los Angeles, overnight in Barstow, California because we're out of hours. We get fuel at the Flying J in Barstow, California, head up to Las Vegas, Nevada, drop the trailer, pick up a different trailer. We do another pickup at McCarran International Airport and back to Phoenix. We went over all the details for that. And you could do the free trial over at my website. I'll put a link up here for you. Head over to my website, do the free trial, and get a good basic understanding of how to fill out logbooks if you are required to fill out logbooks if you're operating beyond 100 miles of your home terminal, either as a truck or bus driver. As well, over at my website there, you'll find the American Logbook course, which will give you a certificate at the end of the course. There are actually 2 exercises in that logbook course. One exercise is from Tulsa, Oklahoma, up to Kansas City, Missouri, over to St. Louis, Missouri, down to Memphis, Tennessee. You get some scale time on the way back to Tulsa. So that's the first exercise. The second exercise is from Minneapolis, Minnesota, over to Billings, Montana, down to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and back up to Minneapolis. So there's 2 exercises. There's 5 multiple choice questions for each exercise. for you to do. There's also a toolkit there. There's a checklist of things that you need to check after you finish filling in your log sheet. There are log sheets that you can print out as well. And there's a cheat sheet of things that you need to do for the purposes of filling out your log sheet and checking your hours of service regulations so that you're in compliance with hours of service in the United States of America. Finally, there's a final exam which consists of 15 questions. 10 of the questions are general logbook questions. 5 of the questions are pertaining to the 2 exercises that you do for the purposes of the course. Finally, when you're finished, you get 80% on the final exam. You get a certificate of completion. You can take that certificate to a prospective employer and get a leg up on getting a job as a truck or bus driver. So head over to my website, sign up for the course. It's less than $25. Get your certificate, get your understanding of logbooks. When you're going up and down the road, you don't get a fine. You don't end up working the day for free. If you like what you see here, share, subscribe, leave a comment down in the comment section. All of that helps us out. As well, hit that thumbs up button. Be sure to check out the videos below. Lots of great information for those embarking on a career as a truck or bus driver. For those of you on a mobile device, be sure to check out the cards in the upper right hand corner. Those two will give you links to all the videos and the great information for those of you embarking on a road test. Question for my smart drivers. Have you had a logbook violation? Leave a comment down in the comment section there. Give us the details of what happened and why you got a logbook violation. It gives great information to the new drivers coming into the industry so that they can learn from other people's mistakes. Remember what Newton said, I only know what I know by standing on the shoulders of giants, which means he learned from other people. I'm Rick with Smart Drive Test. Good luck in your new career. Remember, pick the best answer, not necessarily the right answer. Have a great day. Bye now.